Hi, I am very excited to show you my recent flea market finds. And yes, four of these designer items are authentic. And there's only one item here that I'm not really sure, and I may need some professional help in authenticating. Okay, so I went to this local flea market here, which is every 4 months event, and it's Saturday and Sunday, and I like it because it's indoors, so it's very comfortable and very convenient. My hubby and my son, all they have to do is to wait for me on the they have very comfortable sofas, and and they also have cafeterias. So yeah, so there. Okay, so I'm very excited to show them. And I'm very lucky to find these items. And I think I would consider myself lucky because every time I go to the flea market, I score designer items that are, just out of this world. Okay, so let's start off with this wallet. This is a Louis Vuitton Emily wallet in pink, or I'm not sure if I would call this the Sarah Grenade or Grenade. And most of the wallets that you see, Epi wallets online, are actually vintage, but this one is in the newer version, newer line, because I don't think this color existed before, and it has a silver hardware and things like that. It looks very new. So the seller had three wallets over there. There was a Gucci address book or something, and a Ferragamo wallet. They were all very dirty and stained, and she was selling them for $40 or $30 each. But when I saw this, I didn't even want to look at this, because what are the odds of this wallet being authentic, right? So I hang on to this actually. So, and I had to do my research on the phone, because I may have owned a lot of Louis Vuitton Epi pieces, but not wallet. They're all Epi Noe and things like that. So I didn't actually know what to look for. Of course, it took me a long time to look for the serial number though. Okay, so when I opened it, I was like, okay, so this, what made me doubt at first was that, these linings or pipings here, because I thought it would, I didn't know that all the pictures, when you see them online, they're actually like this, because I thought, isn't that a bit off? But so that's why I wasn't willing to buy this at first. This was actually priced at 45 dollars. There was actually a tag of $45, and I think I paid 30. I think I paid $30 for this. It could be $40 the most. Okay, so here it is. So it says there, Louis Vuitton, Paris, made in Spain. And I already sold my Emily wallet in Danube print. So and I could remember vividly that, of course, both of them are this kind of, it has the Emily and the Sarah wallet actually have the same style. And I was like, this looks really good. It's very new. Actually, I don't think this was used at all. I think I should stop saying actually all the time, because I've noticed that in my videos, I think that seems to be one of my favorite words to say, actually. And sometimes it's kind of annoying. Okay, if I can help it. Okay, all right, so there you go. But it took me a long time to look for the serial number, because in my other wallet, the serial number was just over here, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, wow, this is such this is do they call it Cassie or Cassie's? Like purple, but this is not purple, it's pink. And you could just see that. That's actually a dirt. This is actually very, very new. And the only flaw is there's just a bit of scratch here. I don't even think it's a scratch. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like a little bit of, maybe it was it's not a scratch. So maybe I could go to Louis Vuitton and maybe it's just a paint polish, but it's not obvious at all. And it says here there's the LV logo there, and there is no problem at all with the side pipings, because the problem with my Emily wallet was that the things on the side came off, or they were showing, and I just couldn't deal with that. And that wallet, I did not even use it, to be honest. So I just sold it because, if it's not working for me, I sell them. Okay, so there you go. It's actually very, very new. And of course, there's the LV there. And I was flipping this. I couldn't see it. And the serial number is actually over here on the right side. If you can see that, it starts with, oh dear. Let me see if I could. I don't think I could. It says CA something. How come I can't get to it right now? Maybe. All right. Maybe I have to hold it. I'm sorry. Okay. It's all the way in. I'm sorry, I can't pull it out, but there's a silver thing there. If you can see, it says CA for something. So it's all the way there. See over there. I'm sorry. Okay. And I've checked everything, and this is definitely authentic. And look at the LV there, and the button. I just love the sticking out thing here, and of course there's a Louis Vuitton here. So this is authentic, and yeah, not bad for 30 bucks. Okay, another one is this. It's an epi leather. And this is called the Danube Epi Leather, and I think this is the PM size or the smallest size in black. And I just like it because it's in black, and I wouldn't really, it wouldn't be an issue if it was, in another color. The Epi Leather line of the Louis Vuitton actually is the most durable leather of all. And I had an Epi Leather. I already sold that No Way GM. It was 1994 or 1992, and it still looked excellent until now. So I sold it like a month ago. Okay, so it has this hardware, brass hardware. There's the LV, everything is in here. This is an authentic piece. And yeah, I checked everything all the way down to this. The seller actually has an eBay account, and she had this tagged for $275. And there was an eBay tag that says $275 attached to this. And I actually had to go back for this because I wasn't sure if I wanted to get it that time. And besides, she promised me that she would be bringing in more Louis Vuitton items today. Unfortunately, when I went back, she said she wasn't able to, take them. But anyway, she reserved this for me. So she had this priced at $50 yesterday. But because I had to go back and I had to wait for her, she told me, you can just give me 45 bucks. Okay, so, yeah. I do own a monogram Danube in, I bought $25, but it's a very, very high quality fake, super fake, but I've never used it, so it's downstairs. Okay, so here is if you can see that, that's the serial number. It's MI871, something like that, and there's the Louis Vuitton Paris. So everything is okay. So I'm gonna use this. Okay, but the only problem is the pocket has, you know, this thing, which is really a bummer because especially the vintage Gucci's have the same problem. So I don't know how to fix that. But the main and that one, but the main compartment is really, really good. So I'm not bothered. So I think it's the, how would you call it? It's the leather shedding. Okay, so there you go. So this is an authentic piece, okay? All right, now let's go move on to another authentic piece, which is the Fendi. I bought this actually from the person who charged me twice. The last time I was there, I bought the Marni bag from her. And yeah, okay, so this is a Fendi bag. I like it because the size is actually pretty big, and it's like a crossbody bag. It's a bit short though, but it has adjustable straps. And let me just remove this. So okay, so there you go. It's the Fendi monogram. It's a vintage bag. I like this, and it's a pretty nice size. It's a good size bag. And yeah, so Fendi Roma, Italy. Okay, I'm sorry, this is I scratched myself. I don't know, I must have, you know. Okay, and everything is just gorgeous. Everything is perfect. Actually, she told me she owns this one. She was a bit hesitant to bring it, but her friend wanted to see it. That's why she brought it today. She was not gonna sell it. But anyway, so there you go with Fendi. Fendi. The only problem is it has a tiny tear here. I can bring it. It's an easy fix. And it is very, very clean. Actually, this is really good. And I like the, you know, this thing. This is a vintage piece. That's why there is no serial number. Before, I think that was pre-1980s. I've been reading that. Fendi items were not stamped with the serial numbers. I think pre-1980s. So it just has this gold thing. I like this. And the Fendi Roma. Okay, so I like this. This is really, really good. I think this is 15 inches or, no, I mean 12 or 13 inches. And everything is there. And you look for the Fendi. There's a Fendi there. Fendi, and there's like this thing that you have to look for an authentic one. And I like this because it's scratch free. You can do, you know, I'm gonna keep this for myself. Okay, and this one is a Tods handbag. Okay, so I like the color, actually. I like the color. I'm not 100% sure of the authenticity, but I think this is authentic because I've never seen Tods being, you know, faked so far. And everything, the stitchings line up, everything is, you know, pretty perfect in here. And but because some of my Tods did have JP Tods, it just has Tods. So I'm just wondering, you know, why they added the JP Tods here. But of course, Tods is JP Tods. So okay, and it's a croc embossed, and it's like flesh. It's very light. I like it. And I've seen this style somewhere when I went to the Tods outlet store. They have this kind of style where it's actually a the closure is a magnetic clasp over there, and it has a very, very unique closure. And of course, the lining is, yeah, this can't be a fake because the lining is really, really good. It's you know, it looks newish except for that tiny stain over there. It doesn't say made in Italy or something, but of course, you know, the Tods are made in Italy. It's just that I'm so used to Tods having the serial number. But this one doesn't have a serial number. Nevertheless, it has all the markings of a Tods handbag. Okay, so even the zipper pull there, or maybe there's a serial number somewhere that I have not discovered, but anyway. All right, so I like this. It's very, very simple. And yeah, okay, moving on to this one. This is a questionable item. This is a vintage Chanel, and by the way, I paid. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so I paid 60 bucks for the Fendi and the Tods because she was selling this for 50, but then she told me if I get the Tods, she's just gonna charge me $10 more. Okay, so this is a vintage piece. I know I already cleaned it up, and I really don't care if this is a fake or not because it's just super, super, super soft. And this one is very thick though, and it's very, very shiny. And vintage Chanel bags are 24K plated, and this one doesn't show any tarnishing at all. So I'm not really sure, okay? But anyway, when I looked at the pictures of uh, real authentic straps for Chanel, this checks out. Okay, don't quote me on this, but I really don't care if this is fake or not. It's really, really good. Okay, so this is the side, and you see it's very, very, it's just very, very good. It's so soft. I tried to, it's very puffy though. They said that if there's a high stitch count, then it won't be puffy. But I'm not really sure about that because, the diamond stitchings, there should be a lot of stitches. Everything is okay. I don't see anything. But the back part is different. So I was like, okay. And there's just a tiny scratch there. And they said that it should line up, but this has a different style. So it's like it ends there. So I have to bring this, or at least get a professional help. But anyway, I'm gonna use this anyway. So this is the part that is questionable because no, not questionable, because I've never seen a Chanel bag with a mirror over there. So okay, but all the stitches are straight. Let me just remove this. And it has one. Okay, so this is the thing. I cleaned this up already, so that's why, because she told me it was this was actually $10. It says Chanel, but I think they were not sure either if it's authentic or not. So I said, okay, I like it. If you run through your finger, it's just, you could scratch this easily. And they said it's the scratch test. This is, see, you can see that it scratches, see? So I'm not sure. I would be very happy though and this is the interior. It's like the lining, it's all scratched up right now. And this is a very, very old bag. So if it's a very, very old bag and it's really, really, the lining is like this. So I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert in Chanel bags, or it came with this though, but it doesn't have a serial number, so I'm not sure what that is for. And the hardware is silver star. It says silver star, so I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so this is, I've never seen a Chanel bag with this. It says Chanel Paris over there. Chanel Paris, the plaque. And I like this. The Chanel pool is different. Some of the medallion Chanel handbags, of course, the medallion bag, they have like a coin thing, a round thing. This one is not round, but if it's a good fake, it's a vintage one, and I don't think they would have to go through this. But anyway, I may need your help on identifying this one. It has a silver hardware button, and it says Chanel Paris. And yeah, I really like this. So that's the thing. And yeah.
May I join you for the video?
No. Okay, just
may I go outside?
Sure.
Just the front door.
Okay, so
okay.
There you go.
There's no sign.
And it says R here, and they said that if there's an R, it's made in. made in France. So I've never seen a Chanel bag with a plaque like that. So I think I'm going to send this in for. I mean, I'm gonna have to ask a professional on this one, but anyway, it's still a very good bag, and it's a very good dupe if it's a good dupe, and I like it. It's just the feeling. It's you can see that, and I also got another quilted bag. This is an Andre Cellini Italian handbag. It's a tiny bag. It's so cute, and it's a lambskin. And this is a leather bag and with diamond stitching. And I just love leather handbags, so doesn't matter whether it's Chanel or not. And it says Andre Cellini, and it's made in Italy. Okay, if it's made in Italy, it's good enough for me. And I bought this for $5. I was wearing a small bag, and then this is a Dune Burke ostrich, and she told me I can have it for $5. And this is another seller, and the only problem is, of course, I'm just gonna buy a pink dye, and this is a very big, and the interior is actually perfect, and she had this for $10, but then I said, how much is this? She said, you can have it for $5. So there. See, it's very new. So I could always give this away and just use it for traveling or something. It's just that I'm bothered by this, but all I have to do is to bring it to the cobbler. Okay, so I think I paid $9 for this, for the Chanel. I paid 30 for this. I paid 50 for this. I paid 10 for the Tods, and I paid 45 for this. So you can't beat that. So I wish we would have more of these flea markets here, but it's a very rare event. So okay, so there you go. Bye.